Hi everyone, welcome to North and South Homestead. I'm Kim and I have lots of jalapeno peppers to do something with. And my guys are on their last jar of Cowboy Candy, so that's what I'm going to be making tonight, Cowboy Candy. Now you can cut these up in ringlets, actually what I did last year, but it goes on things so much better if it's just diced up. So that's where the food processor comes in handy. Okay, I'm going to get busy with this and we'll be right back. There is one very important thing that everybody needs to know when making Cowboy Candy or messing with any other hot pepper, and that is wear gloves. Do yourself the favor so that you don't pay for it later. I could not find my big food processor. I don't know if I loaned it to my mom or what, but it is not where it should be. So I had to get this little baby one out, which works just fine. It's just, you know, have to do it in a lot smaller batches. But it's all good. It'll all work out. And don't cut your fingers off. These are very sharp knives. I love them. I have no idea what the name brand is, but they seem to last forever. Alright, we're just going to pulse this a couple of times. But there we go. Look at that. Almost perfect. And we're just going to keep moving along. Yeah, I don't want to do more than that. I really don't want it mushy, and that piece just wasn't getting down there. Yeah, that was a little more than I would have liked it to have gone. And that one was just being a little stinker and not getting down there. I refuse to be chopped up. Get in there. Wait a minute. Come back out of there. Let's get the blades back in. Now get in there. If you haven't tried this Cowboy Candy and you like hot stuff, you should really give it a try. It's pretty easy to make and they love it. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I am going to continue on with this. No sense in you all having to watch me do all of these peppers. Little food processor done its job very well, and we have 12 cups of chopped jalapeno peppers. We need the 12 cups of jalapenos chopped, of course, and then we need a half of a teaspoon of garlic powder, half of a teaspoon of celery seed, half of a teaspoon of turmeric, whichever one you want to call it. People call it everything under the sun. And 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. We need 1 can of crushed pineapple, and you drain that but save the pineapple juice because we need it for our brine. We need 3.5 cups of sugar, and if you notice in here, right here, put a little bit of molasses in it and it will help turn it into a little brown sugar. By the way, if you didn't know that and a recipe calls for brown sugar, keep some molasses on hand. It just takes a little bit and you just mix it around and you have brown sugar. That's all brown sugar is. Regular sugar with a little molasses in it. But anyways, it just adds a little something to the Cowboy Candy. And so I've got all the spices in the bowl already. Here's my sugar, here's my pineapple. We need 3.5 cups of liquid. Drain pineapple in here, fill the rest up with apple cider vinegar until you're to 3.5 cups. So now we're ready to get this brine going. Okay, here we have our stainless steel pot here, and we are going to add in our apple cider vinegar / pineapple mix. There we go. We're going to add our sugar. And we're going to stir this until it's all dissolved. There are several different ways that people make this cowboy candy. My guys like it this way, so this is the way I make it. Now that it's dissolved, we're going to add our seasonings in. And we're going to give this a stir. And we're going to bring it up to a boil. And when it comes up to a boil, then we're going to let this boil for 5 minutes. Our 5 minutes is up, and now it's time to add in the pineapple and the jalapeno peppers. You can use fresh pineapple if you have it. We just happen to have a can of it on hand, and that's all it takes is 1 can. We're going to stir this in and then bring it to a boil and boil it for 5 more minutes. Our timer just went off. This has been boiling for 5 minutes, so now we're ready to jar it up. You're going to need a slotted spoon, a jar funnel, lids, rings, a paper towel, some white vinegar to clean the edges of the rims off because this is sticky stuff. You don't want your seal to mess up. You need something to get the air bubbles out with, a jar lifter, and our jars are all clean and sterilized, and I just took them out of the oven. They were in the oven on 225 the whole time. And our water bath canner is ready for jars to be in it. The water's nice and hot. Okay, so these puppies are hot. We're gonna start out with the small jars. Woo! And we're going to leave a 1/4 inch head space, but we're just going to get the jalapenos out first, and we're going to push them down in. Then we're going to top it off with the liquid. I hope you can see this. I think you can. Now again, most people leave these in ringlets. It's just a lot faster to do it by chopping it all up. Okay, we're going to move right along here and get this done. I have all of the jars filled up right now. If you have 10 half-pint jars with this recipe, that's what it will fill. Now I'm getting ready to pour the liquid in it, and we want to leave a 1/4 inch head space. Whoops. The fastest way to fill these is with a measuring cup. Instead of sitting there ladling it all out, it just makes it a little quicker. Alright, now we're going to take something plastic and push it around, get any kind of air bubbles out. Okay, something else. I said I need a slotted spoon, and I don't know why I did that. It takes forever to do that. If you've got one of these right here, I think it's to a deep fryer, I'm not sure. It works great. It scoops it out so much faster, and just helps get your job done quicker. So if you got one of them, use that instead of the slotted spoon. Okay, now we have all the liquid in, we have it all debubbled. Now we need to wipe the rim. Anytime you have anything greasy or sticky, you want to use white vinegar, distilled white vinegar, to get all the sticky off so that you don't risk your lids not sealing properly. So just get some on, go around, make sure all the sticky is off of each jar. And we are almost done with this. Okay, now we just need our lids and rings. These are already cleaned, sitting here waiting on me. And our rings. And put them on finger tight. That means just finger tight, no tighter. Okay, we have all of our lids and rings on. Now they just need to go into a water bath canner. For the half pints, it's 10 minutes, but because I have a pint, once the 10 minutes is up, I'll pull all the little ones out and I'll let this one go 5 more minutes. Boiling water. Jar lifter. Just stick these down in there. I'm going to lower this on down because they have a tendency to fall in on you. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Last one going in. Okay, our jars are all in the water bath canner. You need at least 1 inch of water over the top of the jars. Set the timer and we will water bath it for 10 minutes. And then I'll pull the little jars out and then I'll give the bigger jar an extra 5 minutes. Our timer has went off and it's time to get the Cowboy Candy out of the water bath canner. You want to set a towel down on your counter so that the hot jars are not touching a cold counter, or it could bust your jars. Our timer has went off for the extra 5 minutes on the other jar, so now it's time to get that out. Do you hear them pinging already? They're sealing. And there we go. Oop, one just pinged. Oh, another one. Cowboy Candy. I am probably going to have to make one more batch of this to get North and Little through the winter. Ping! Love that sound. All covered up, and now we just let them sit there for 24 hours. I hope you enjoyed watching me make Cowboy Candy. If you like the hot stuff, give it a try if you haven't already. Please hit the like button so that YouTube algorithm will share our videos with others. It would really help us out. Comment below if you would like to. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great night or day whenever you're watching this, and God bless you.